luck.
I knew that. Is this like your new thing? The way you say it always makes me go, oh, okay, all right, thanks. Goodbye. Woo. I'm a little overwhelmed here. Help me, I'm drowning in foundation. Hey guys, welcome to today's video. We are gonna be going through foundation. Oh my goodness, just like kind of gaze behind me. There's bottle after bottle after bottle after bottle after bottle of foundation, much of which needs to go because we're doing the epic. Things have expired clean out. I thought in my head that I could do primers, body makeups, and foundation in one video, but we would have been here for like an hour straight. If you missed out on the fun time that we had last night together, my primer declutter, kind of rapid fire reviews of everything I have tried, the things I'm keeping that I love so dearly, and the things that are on their way out, then I will link that below. Today, what we're gonna do is part with a lot of foundation. I don't need this much foundation, no one does. So let's 3, 2, 1, dive on in. Hello, I'm Tati. If you are new here, make sure you like, subscribe, ring the bell, do the things, leave me comments, let me know what you like, what you didn't. And without me stalling on the declutter process any further, let's dive right on in to what I'm wearing today that I am definitely not getting rid of. Now, this RCMA makeup, I did a whole dedicated video on. I think I called it like my favorite foundation ever, and it's for a good reason. It has the most lovely slip to it. And if you are doing cream contour, if you are going full coverage, if you want something that has a little bit of that slippery oiliness to kind of meld into other cream products, this is a phenomenal pro makeup artist foundation, but oh my gosh, it is so good. I'm wearing N330 and I mixed it with a little bit of my Synchro Skin Self-Refreshing Oil-Free Broad Spectrum SPF 30 foundation from SHISEIDO. That is a mile-long name, but this is really preventative for creasing on the chin. Even I crease right here sometimes. I really love this foundation. I have standalone reviews on both of these. I will link corresponding videos below in the description box, PS. And in this one, I'm the shade Silk. Keeping both of those. The SHISEIDO I have repurchased, I want to say like 3 times now. It's just like a standard must have in my collection that I cannot do without. So we're getting that out of the way. I do want to hop back into the primer video-ish, like the land of priming the face, because I love a good prime. And I forgot a few. I know it's really hard to believe because we went through like 50 different primers that I would have more, but I just wanted to really go through everything. This Milk mattifying primer, I am keeping it. I just recently purchased it and I do super love it. It is not as oil reducing, I would say, as the Patrick Star One Size, but this is an incredible mattifying primer if your skin's more oily, if you want to just lock things into place. It is a really good one, and love this like sleek packaging too, right? It's really pretty. And then I just tried this one today. I'm wearing it on my face now. This is the Caliray So Blown Clean Blurring Primer with collagen peptides. This is pore erasing, oil controlling, a makeup replacer. I don't really know about that. It sure didn't replace my makeup as I'm wearing layers on top of it, but it did go on smoothly and nicely. Maybe not as favorite-y as the Milk or as my smoothing blurring primer from Tarte or this one that I've been liking so much. Check out that other video if you want to know all about priming. Go there and check it out, but I will try it again. It did sink into the skin really nicely. Let's get it on with foundation. If you know me at all, like if you're even just kind of new to my channel, you probably pick up on the fact that I love reviewing foundation, trying foundation. It just will be kind of like finding the perfect nude gloss. To me is also like finding the perfect foundation. You can have ones that you love and use and like, but that desire to just kind of try new has never gone away. So I will start with that. This one from SHISEIDO, the Synchro Radiant Lifting. I do not like this as much as the Crease Resistant. I'm gonna get rid of this. I like paused. I was like, we're gonna get rid of the Mally XO. This is in medium. I liked it. I didn't love it. I keep things on hand thinking sometimes that maybe it was a funny skin day. Maybe my skin was in a mood. I do have to say my skin has been more consistent as far as not having you know, more oily versus dry kind of zones throughout the month. Since I have done the whole diet change, my hormones are more in like perfect balance. So I feel like my skin is like a better palette for testing foundations recently. Like I know what works, what doesn't, and it kind of like my skin kind of stays consistent. Long story short, sometimes with foundation, I'd be like, oh, maybe I'm like oily today, or like I'm getting a breakout. Maybe I would like this if I'm on a more dry day. And I had like the truest combo skin, you know? So that one is on its way out. You know, I have different shades of the RCMA, but I always use the same one. So I'm gonna get rid of these because truth be told, I should probably purchase another one of these. I've had it about a year. It is in a pump. So I kind of feel like with foundation, as long as it's airtight and clean, I'm making excuses. I think it's fine. I hope it's fine. It's probably not fine. Yeah, so maybe I need to buy a new one of those. Makeup Forever HD Skin. You guys, so many people loved this reformulation. I did not. I didn't like it. I felt like I had weird makeup days, but I kept it on hand, honestly, because everybody's like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And I just did not, it was not for me. So I don't even know why I have it there other than it's like a pretty glass bottle and it feels fancy and I spent good money on it, but it just kind of like lingers. And every time I open the drawer, I'm like, oh, hello, foundation that I'm keeping because I don't even know why. Okay, we have Crunchi foundation in the shade 275. This is a clean formulation product. That is their whole thing. Like, honestly, clean can mean anything the company desires. Like, you can market a product and be like, this is clean, and it can contain phenoxyethanol. That's a ingredient a lot of people want to like throw down over. I'm not ready to like totally throw everything away because of that one ingredient. Now we have to be mindful that there are endocrine disruptors, there are synthetic chemicals. You know, people will argue, oh, well, water's a chemical too. And it's like, but, you know, and they'll say in the allotted dose, then people will throw down that it has to do with the amount. Like you can, you know, if you could drink water and you could die if you drank so much of it. Like, and so it's the same thing with ingredients in makeup. But hello, they're not telling us how much they're putting in. They're following guidelines, but some of these forever chemicals or endocrine disruptors, I think in any capacity can be bad. Am I overlooking a lot of them right now? Guilty. I'm so guilty. I'm like, let me work on my diet first and we'll deal with the cosmetics later. Long story short, clean means jackola. Is what I'm saying. You have to actually decide what ingredients am I trying to avoid and then go through and do your own like close-up look, because any company can say clean and then it can contain fragrance where you're like, oh, like that's just not what clean beauty means to me. So don't get fooled. Buyer beware. Do your homework if that's important to you. But I will say this. If I'm going through the like the crazy, like I don't even want to wear makeup anymore, pretty much clean route, this product right here is really good. And I enjoyed it over summer quite a bit. I wouldn't even need to put moisturizer on because it is very emollient. And yeah, I think people might come for me some more with like, I think it's a multi-level marketing business. I don't know. It was sent to me and I really liked it. So there, I'll leave it at that. Ooh, okay. So the Beauty Blender Bounce Skin Tint. This one is a home run. I'm going to get rid of this just because A, it's old, and B, there's really not much left in here. And I just purchased another Beauty Blender foundation. Why am I having a hard time saying Beauty Blender, Beauty Blender, Airflash? Girl, I do not want to get rid of this. I do not want to part with this. This is my Death Becomes Her Fantasy Foundation. This, I kid you not, here's the secret, okay? I will do this to anyone where I'm doing their makeup, like literally bridesmaids and like Erica on her wedding day and then like the night before, like at the dinner. If you want the body and the face to really have synergy, be very transfer resistant, waterproof, it's expensive because you will use a lot of it, but for special occasion, this stuff, hose the bride down. Hose the bride down, do them like this, and everyone will be like, oh my gosh, Your skin looks like Barbie. Like, you are perfect and I don't see any flaws. How is your skin like that? And it's just so beautiful and still somehow looks natural. It is so incredibly long wearing. It is hard to even take this stuff off. Like, you really got to go in with oil and like really do a full like thing about it. So I am going to keep these. I'm having a hard time. I think because it's aerosol, it's fine, right? It's fine. It's fine. So we might need this. Old Synchros, they're out of here. This is the Miriam Makeup Foundation. I like it. I don't love it. I love the primer so much more. And I've had it for a hot minute. So this is out of here. I've had these for over a year. Oh my gosh. I do need more because I really still love this, but I can see separation happening in here. And I bought all of these shades just because I wanted to get a perfect match for a full day wear test. I ended up loving this so much. I'm like, the best $13 foundation ever. And it's so funny because I remember reading this in that video and going, huh, microplastic particle free. And I think I said, is this a new fear that has been unlocked and do we need to worry about this? And then, you know, on my like balancing my hormones journey, like I started looking into microplastics and forever chemicals and just like changing up even my cookware and PFACs and different ways that we have hormone disruptors in our like everyday products, and plastics do play a part. Do we need to like fear and be like crazy about it? Like, I don't think so. Plastic has its place. Try to look for BPA free if you can, but it kind of made me feel good. Like, ooh, I've always gravitated toward glass jars for face products and foundation, and in a pump to kind of secure, not the potency, but like to secure, to make sure things aren't growing funky bacteria and all of that. If you want to see a full day wear test application, that whole thing, link below. This is a good one, like a really, really solidly great foundation. One of my all-time favorites. Definitely need to order more. GloWish. I should have used this more, but honestly, I would use this when I just wanted simple makeup, clean makeup, easy to blend makeup. And I think those days were few and far between where more often than not, I'd be like, how about no makeup? Like, just let it all just breathe and do its thing. But this was such a nice one. I've had it for too long. So it's on its way out. This, Tower 28. Okay, oh, it breaks my heart, you guys. Erica's wedding was in Naples, and James and I, due to family situations, stayed in Fort Myer, and I have never in my life, like, we see tragedies on the news, you know, but I have never in my life been in the location, like physically. We spent a month there on the beach. It was probably the most like spiritual healing, really good time for James and I. Like, I can't explain it. Like, we would literally go and sit in the ocean. Like, the first day we were there, I ran out on the beach in my dress and I ran into the ocean and I sat down and we just sat there, just talked with the ocean. And I'm like, this place is so special. This beach is so beautiful and special. We were staying there for an odd circumstance, but you know, we made the best of it. And it was one of our favorite times as a couple. And then we know what recently happened with the hurricane. It's like, oh my gosh, like that just like blew my mind. So prayers to those in Florida that are still going through what they're going through. I mean, Sanibel too. Oh my gosh, we spent a day over there. It is just wild what happened. Anyway, I wore this all the time. Every time we were going down to the beach. It has an SPF of 30 and it is a non-nano zinc oxide. I put this in a haul while I was there and I really, really loved it. It's just like easy to slap on. So if you are in a warmer environment, a beachy environment, and you don't want to do the full coverage makeup, you want something that is a natural SPF and has a little bit of color, this is a really good one. But now every time I look at this, I think of that house. I think of that house and oh man, like, oof. Okay, Shape Tape Cloud coverage. No, I just didn't like this. I was gonna do like a dedicated video and it just looked weird. I don't know why, it just like looked super weird and greasy and dry at the same time, which is not the combo I am going for. So that is out. Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer. Sabrina, my sister, loves this. And because she loves it so much, I always try to love it too, because I'm like, well, like maybe I'm just not getting it. I don't know, because her skin always looks great. I feel like this is only like 4 months old. I need to just send this to her. It's like not even used. And then this e.l.f. Camo CC Cream, love it. Oh my gosh, I can't even believe how much I love this foundation. Light 280 neutral. I mix it in with other things, but it is just such a nice full coverage, but not overly thick or detectable foundation. And I've used a lot of it. I'm keeping it. Okay, Hourglass. I just repurchased this because I remember how much I love just being like choo, choo, choo. Blend, 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 and how full coverage and easy this product is. So I am holding on to this one. I have the shade Shell. Huda Beauty. Had these for a hot minute. They need to go. I have a love-hate with this foundation. It almost always irritates my skin, but man, does it look good. I mean, I think it might be the fragrance, but it is such a good full coverage foundation. If you can handle fragrance and you aren't easily irritated, then you might want to check this out. I sadly just need to let it go. Goodbye. I love you. L'Oreal Infallible. Oh my gosh. Such a dreamy foundation, but I know, like, I'm getting uncomfortable knowing how old these are because for some reason I go and I have two 425s and one 430 and there'll be like half of one left and I'll think that I need another one and then I'll just buy another one and it's a whole weird thing. But this is one of the best drugstore foundations of all time. That and Catrice. This one's a little thinner, not as full coveragey, more of a natural finish, but those two are like, they're it. I think I'm gonna get rid of these. I was really into this for a minute. The Vision Cream cover from Danessa Myricks, just feeling like they're a little heavy and I've only had them for 5 months. Maybe I'll keep them. Oh my gosh, why do I have more Dior Airflash? Am I just like the Dior Airflash woman? Literally, I'm like, come over here, let me hose you down. This one's empty. This was me trying to get really tricky with it and being like, oh my gosh, we could like contour the body. Like we could do cool contour with this, with the darker shade. That might work. No. Then we have 3W, which is my favorite. That's about empty. Why am I holding on to these empty bottles? I don't understand. Tati, why are you doing this? And then Givenchy. I love this product. I love this. I love this. Oh my gosh. This shade, right? Do we see? It's all done. This is N312. Now, I really want more of this. Do they even still make this? I'm not sure. I keep these. I don't have a reason why I keep these, actually. I just think they look fancy. I don't know, maybe I'm gonna like display them or something. That is literally how my mind works with makeup. I'm like, no, we'll keep these. It's Givenchy, you know, like this is money, like don't throw it away. But they've been around for literally like 3+ years. So I think it's time to part ways. I wore this all the time during the pandemic, just like pump, done. Oh my gosh, I have a whole nother bin. I thought this video was literally over. How much foundation can one person have? Oh my gosh. Let's finish this off, okay? Ho says, I really wanted to like this. I am on a mission to find cleaner formulation. The problem is a lot of it just does not perform that great. I'm gonna be honest, few and far between. So, but I am still on that mission and I get excited to try the cleaner, not perfectly clean, not squeaky clean, but you know, the more mainstream clean-ish companies. Kosas is one of them. I didn't like this. I love their mascara. I've mentioned that. Do not like their foundation. Actually really love their concealer. Like side note, their concealer is really good. Laura Mercier Flawless Radiance. I mean, this bottle just even looks old. It's all like separated and grungy and gross. LYS. I used this quite a bit and I really did like it, but I have had this for a really long time. And honestly, I'm looking at this bin. Here's another Mally foundation that needs to go. And I don't really come in here, you know? I have this L'Oreal True Match Nude, which also super love. This reminds me of the Beauty Blender Bounce, and I've loved on this one quite a bit, but it's old. I don't need it anymore. This one from Juice Beauty. Oh my goodness. Do I want to keep this? I actually want to give this one more chance and see if I can make it work, because there was an employee at Ulta in Washington that loved this so much, and honestly, it made me want to love it so much too. And I think I need to give it like one more shot. It's super oily, but it is like, you know, clean, beautiful coverage. I have a few ideas of what I can do with that. So more Catrice, get rid of that. And then Milani, oh my gosh, you guys, do you remember when everybody wore this foundation? Like everybody in the beauty community was obsessed with it. I got it again and I liked it, but I was kind of like, dang, this is really heavy. Like, I don't know, this is a little thick and a little heavy. And I have to say, as technology advances and formulation and ingredients and all of that move forward, things do get better. And I want to say that the Catrice True Skin is the better upgrade of this formula because it's not as detectable or thick. So I'm going to get rid of this. Okay. Really liked this. Again, clearly didn't hit my top 5 because I kind of have been stuck in a rut. Like, honestly, I will use Dior, Beauty Blender, Synchro, or RCMA, or the True Skin, which I do want to get more of, or the L'Oreal. I guess I do like a lot of foundation. Okay, we're gonna part with this. And then I do have these cute little tinted hydrators from Wet n Wild. Oh my gosh, if you need a good tinted moisturizer, you're in that game, you want something super affordable, go to Target, grab this, you will love it. Super inexpensive. It is loaded with hyaluronic acid and squalene. It is oil-free, but it's still super plushy on the skin. Blends in, actually does give you a little bit of coverage, which is nice for a tinted moisturizer. These are great, but in the new era that I am parting ways with them because I just don't need it. The goal right now also with everything in my life, I want to find that like top peak product so that my routine is just so streamlined and not overly cluttered, and I can move through it with no stress and just really identify exactly what works. So in doing that, we do sometimes have to go through what doesn't. I'm happy that I get to share both the good and the bad with you guys and really just be honest about my overflowing collection and getting rid of things in a responsible time frame and not promoting overconsumption or keeping expired grungy makeup. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Let me know, what is your number one? Like your number one, if you could only have one foundation, what would it be and why? And leave that in the comments below. Go have a good one, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Mwah.